Hey folks, Sam here with Griffin Armament, and today we're going to be talking about the 30SD-K. The 30SD-K is Griffin Armament's most recent release in the GATE-LOK series of active retention tactical rifle silencers, and it's right here on the table in front of me. It is 6.6 inches long and weighs 17.8 ounces. It is a 30 caliber silencer that is similar in size and weight specs to the M4SD2. This is the M4SD2. As you can see, 6.5 inches long and around the same weight. So we're going to talk about the mounts that come with these silencers and the compatible mounts that we offer from Griffin Armament, as well as how to mount those to your firearm and how to mount the silencer to that muzzle device. In front of me, I have two Griffin Armament Mark I upper receivers, both 9.5-inch barrels. One is in 300 blackout with a 30SD flash comp, and the other is in 223 wild with an M4SD hammer comp. Both of these muzzle devices are compatible with the 30SD-K, as the GATE-LOK interface is universal across caliber ranges. The muzzle device should be oriented with the logo facing downwards, and that's on all M4SD and 30SD mounts. In 5/8-24 should be torqued to 40 to 45 foot-pounds, with the M4SD half by 28 mounts torqued to 30 to 35 foot-pounds. Okay, that doesn't require any sort of rock set or Loctite or anything. Proper torque with a properly shimmed and oriented muzzle device will be plenty secure, especially for these non-torquing active retention mounts like the GATE-LOK interface. So I'm going to show you real quickly how those actually go onto the firearm and the host firearm. So to open up the locking gate, you'll see that there's a spring plate and a gate that orients outward from the body of the silencer, just like that. Deflecting the spring plate up and pushing the locking gate out will open up the silencer and make it available to be mounted on your firearm. There are two ways it can be mounted to the firearm ambidextrously. One is with the locking gate to the left, and the other is again with the locking gate to the right. The reason this is because there is actually a flat here on the inside of the locking gate that orients itself with the wrench flats on your respective muzzle mount. So like I said, installation is very fast and intuitive. Once you have it over the mount, there's only one way for the gate to go through the rear groove in your mount, and it clips in. When your spring plate is flush and the locking gate is fully closed and flush against the wrench flat on your muzzle mount, there should be a slight amount of rotation, which is normal, and that means that your silencer is properly mounted, your muzzle device is properly mounted, and your silencer is properly oriented. So that is the GATE-LOK interface. It's also designed to be removed with one hand if need be. It's again pretty fast and intuitive. You'll use two fingers on either side of the locking gate and your thumb to deflect the spring plate up. It can be done like just like that. That's mounting and unmounting your silencer. As I mentioned earlier, folks, the 30SD-K is compatible with the full range of GATE-LOK muzzle devices, both in 5/8-24 and half by 28. I'm going to show you some of those examples right now. The silencer actually ships with this mount. This is the 30SD muzzle brake. It has three compensating ports on top and an anti over travel stop there on the rear, and it's 5/8-24 threaded, like I mentioned. Also have the 30SD compensating flash suppressor, the 30SD flash comp, and for half by 28 muzzle devices, we have the M4SD hammer comp, which is similar in size and spec to A2 NATO style muzzle devices, but far more effective in flash and muzzle compensation. The M4SD flash comp, perennial favorite of Griffin Armament end users, and the M4SD flash hider, which is pre-drilled for pinning and welding to your 14.5-inch barrels. Additional accessories: if you guys are waiting on your silencer to clear through the NFA process and want to have an accessory to use with your M4SD muzzle mounts, you can use this. Is our Gen 2 QD blast shield. Operates with the same interface as our GATE-LOK silencers, but it's a non-NFA blast shield that can be attached to any of our GATE-LOK stuff, as well as your A2 style muzzle devices. So that is The Gen 2 QD blast shield can be found at the Griffin Armament website or through your favorite Griffin Armament dealer. Maintenance for the GATE-LOK series of silencers is also very simple. We designed this to be a robust active retention system, like I said. And there are 2 bearing surfaces on the inside of the silencer and on the outside of your mount that need attention and maintenance every once in a while to ensure proper function. The bearing surfaces on the outside of the mount, like I mentioned, are here and here. And those need to be cleaned either with a soft wire wheel, a little bit of solvent or something like that to make sure they're clear of any carbon fouling before you go out and use your GATE-LOK silencer. The same goes for the bearing surfaces on the inside, and to get there and clean those out, you can pick up the silencer maintenance brush from the Griffin Armament website under the silencer maintenance section, and cleaning that out on the inside before and after use is always a good idea. A light coat of our JIPE 2300 high temperature anti-seize grease is also a great option for a slight coat on the bearing surface for the inside of your silencer and the outside surfaces of your mount itself. That's the 30SD-K silencer, folks. Pretty simple and straightforward. The newest product in the GATE-LOK line. For more information on this, please visit www.griffinarmament.com. Look at our dealer locator to find a dealer that carries Griffin Armament products near you. And check us out on social media. And make sure you subscribe to our newsletter to stay up to date on everything new with Griffin Armament. Thanks a lot for watching, guys.